Yeah, come on, man. Come on, man.
Proud.
Yeah,
Come
big
on.
up Chinks in the
Love that.
building.
Hey, come on.
You made more noise for Chinks than you did for the girl. I see what you're
Mad.
saying.
That's crazy.
See the pattern.
See how
Mad.
it is.
Not
Yeah.
from round
We're
here
not
though.
sexist.
No,
That's
we're
good. We're
Listen,
progressive.
let's not get into all of that.
We're not
It's
sexist.
equal big ups, innit?
Yeah, man.
Equal big
rights,
ups.
equal lefts. You get me?
Nah, do you believe in that though? Do you believe
In
that?
terms of what?
In terms of
specific?
like punching women?
Oh,
Crazy.
Rare.
Do I believe in punching
No,
women?
because you
Is
said
that a
equal
question?
rights, equal lefts, innit?
No, that's just about having a balanced film.
I thought that's what that meant.
No, like far
Do you know what I
right,
mean?
far left.
No.
Jabs, hooks.
Huh?
It's
Right
Yeah.
and left
political.
hooks.
Oh,
I thought
okay,
they
okay.
say
Okay.
equal
Do you not
rights.
see is it Charlie or Charles Kirk?
Yeah, good segue. Still.
Did you not see that?
I see that
No.
still.
You ain't seen it?
No. What's that?
No.
You're supposed to be a podcaster, man.
Well, what is it?
Charles Kirk is the brother that was given.
Oh, the thingy-majiggy.
Yeah, got the
Oh,
neck
of course.
shot.
Yeah. I just realised who it was yesterday.
What did he do? He done a neck shot.
Yeah, because he normally
Got
does that
assassinated.
sit down on, what's it called? Where they sit down and
He
there's
goes to like
a
university
circle
campuses, I think.
around them.
And debates
Yeah.
studios.
Yeah.
Yeah, clapped in the neck
assassinated.
like Amanda from
That
Saw
was
3.
mad.
What? So someone clapped him in the neck.
Yeah.
Sniper.
A sniper. Oh, that guy. Sorry, I just realised what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I just realised
He
what
got
you're
Drip.
I
He
didn't know
got
his name.
sniped down. I didn't know anything about him.
Swear
Yeah.
down.
I didn't know nothing about him. I'd not seen him or not recognised him. Maybe I'd seen him. Has he been on that Jubilee thing?
Yes, that's what
If
I
he's
was talking
been
about.
on that, then I might have seen him, but he's just not registered.
He's on it a lot as well.
Sometimes, one far right person versus 50
Oh, okay.
liberals, and they have a conversation and the timer, and they all want to sit around and ask some questions. But I've seen some comments that he's made,
It's
like
mad, innit?
posthumously, like since he's died. I've seen some things that you said, and I'm not really sure about the brother. He
What
said one
things?
thing, like I don't know how to explain it, man. He's talking about he's talking to one brother about black people being the biggest cause of death in Chicago to other black people and that. But it was like the kind of standpoint that he was coming from seemed a little bit like cold. Do you know what I'm trying to say? And you're using people's lives as a statistic, but I don't know whether the statistic was correct or not. I seen some other thing about I think that
Slavery.
was it slavery he was talking
Said something
about?
about black people copying white people because they want to work. I saw a comment like that. I saw a post like that. I saw bare.
Black
after
people
he
copying
passed.
white people because they want to work.
Yes, I was
That's
thinking,
mad.
how does that even make sense? And
That
they're
don't
saying,
make
yeah,
sense.
that's
You
just.
don't understand how it would make sense at
That
all.
does-
No.
I can see how it could make sense to someone, but it don't make sense in the scheme of things because it's not just. I wouldn't say that's true. Do you know what I mean?
I would say if it's how I think he means it, how I take that statement, if that's what he said, I think it's true. I think what he's doing is pointing at the power structure of white supremacy and showing that the non-white subjects in those environments actually do need to assimilate. Remember, progression and what they call it? Yeah, they call it assimilation, right?
Yeah, assimilation,
Or integration.
Yeah.
Integration actually is code for assimilation, actually code for whitewashing,
Yeah,
actually code for selling out.
Nah, in theory though.
Yeah,
it starts
yeah.
before
And
that.
the more that
Yeah.
you do that,
Yeah.
then obviously in the corporate world, it feels
Yeah.
like the higher you can rise.
Yeah.
The more you dumb down and turn your blackness. That for me personally, I think for my other people from other races,
It's
may
not just
have
black
their
people
thing.
though. It's not just
Yeah,
black
yeah.
people.
That's why I made
the
sure.
rest, it's the rest of the world.
For me,
Yeah.
I'll say
No,
I
of
feel
course.
like in that world, from school to higher education to work and fitting in society,
Yeah.
it would do me better if I turned my black attributes down.
I get what you come. I get what you mean when you say
Yeah.
that. Like that resonated more with me than kind of the first initial comments
Yeah,
you lot
yeah,
were
yeah.
getting at with him. I was
Yeah.
like, that just sounds outrageous. But when you break it down to that point, it's more so
I
like
didn't see it.
Is
like
there
that,
a
yeah.
reason why
it
your
gives a
mum
better
with the
reason.
strong Igbo accent, your mum with the strong Irish accent, your mum with the strong patois
Yeah.
or Ireland twang? Is there a reason why when the phone rings she says hello?
That
Is there a
one's
reason?
always got me.
there a
I've
reason?
naturally
I
just
do that
picked
too
that
though.
up
I do
as
that too.
well.
I
Is
call-
there a
I call it-
reason?
Yeah, there is, bro. We're social chameleons. We're trying to assimilate exactly like
So
you
then
said.
that's what you said
But it's the
then,
same
innit?
way if someone calls me and goes, well, go on, I'm going to go, well, go on. If
Fit
someone
into
calls me and goes,
certain
"Hey, mate," I'm gonna go, what's
circles.
happening? Do you know what I mean? No, but it starts before that for me. It starts before that. So it's a macro thing, yeah. It's it's voluntary slavery, which is basically what capitalism is. If you go to like in my countries, the dream is to come here. Do you know what I mean? We Colombia, I'm Colombian, so we do the most. We do the maddest, like the maddest shit to get here, like illegal stuff.
Do you want another line?
I was waiting for you to say what did Colombia give to the world. I was like, cocaine, son. Well said.
Didn't give it to me.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
They're gonna really think that.
They're gonna think that, don't it?
Yeah, who's gonna think that?
But big deal, I don't care what they think. No.
They're busy doing lines.
No, but for real though, so it starts there for me. Like we're sold this dream that we need to come here in order to assimilate into a bigger thing, which is capitalism, which is where there's opportunities, where we have to come and learn English and this kind of stuff. But then like my particular people, not all of them, but some of them do come here and they work. They take that aspect of the country and the aspects of the infrastructure that's here, but they don't assimilate in terms of culturally. Like I can tell you that some Colombians I know that have been here for like 30, 35 plus years here, and they could just about nod in English. Like they go like that and you're like, what language is that? But they work. And they're buying properties and shit and like, bro,
You could just about nod.
Yeah, you know like that. It's like that. You're like, what is that, bro? What is that? Like, yes.
Yeah.
You hungry?
Just super foreign.
I'm always hungry. Yeah, it's mad, bro. So I think it starts before that. So what you're saying there is something that's sold to developing countries in the form of capitalism, which I call voluntary slavery, which is the need for us to enslave ourselves into the system, spend 30, 40 years going, my country's the best in the world, I'm going to go back home one day, and then you're 60-something, and you spend more time here than there.
Yeah.
Now this becomes home.
You
and
go
then,
home and die
then you start practicing the white voice, and it's too late by then. You know what I mean?
I get your perspective, but your perspective is from
a first-gen immigrant.
from an immigrant.
Yeah.
But somebody British born,
Yeah.
it's different.
That is.
Like in school upbringing, it's about to make yourself something in the economy in front of us, what we're gonna go out into.
Yeah.
So when I'm getting my vocab patterned in order to go in front of certain people, I know I can't go in that interview not only dress code looking murked, but just the way in how I carry myself. That's important.
Okay.
So I feel
Where
like
you from?
Jamaica, I'm Montserrat.
Okay. Alright, so you might not have. Well, you do have. I've seen the Jamaican traditional wear. Do you know what it is? I've seen it.
Jean shorts and string vests.
Straight jeans and fitted.
The Clarks.
Nah, but it's like
the brown shirt.
It's like a colourful thing. It's a colourful thing, like green and yellow skirts and rare and all this
African
like.
thing, kind of
It's
similar.
very
it's
African.
kinda like
It's
a
very
string vest,
African.
no?
It's different.
It's very African. It's not string vest and rare. That's the traditional wear. So you're not gonna wear that. So like for instance,
Why not?
because it's more costume like rather than a day like everyday wear. So you're not gonna wear that, right? But I'm thinking like obviously as a Nigerian,
It's traditional
like
costume.
I could wear my traditional wear like kind of every day in the UK. But when it comes to that interview that you were going on, Vance, then I'm gonna wear a suit and tie, innit? I was gonna ask you, put you in that same kind of predicament, but basically you're gonna go in a suit and tie or a shirt.
Gonna do what? It's a European thing, isn't it? You're gonna fit in with the European modern man, like.
But that's a normal thing, though, no?
Is
what
it?
I was thinking.
Why is that normal?
The white man's gonna do the same thing. The
Is
English
it?
man's- Of course, he's
No,
gonna do
no,
it.
In Jamaica, no, he's gonna
Yeah,
go
no,
over
but
there
they make
with his
You see
bag
here, I
and
used to be a
pattern up
manager.
how
Yeah.
he wants to.
I used to be a manager at big companies, innit, yeah. And I've hired people, and like, I've been given a criteria of what people must do before I even spoken to them. They have to dress a certain way. They have to have certain degrees, even though I never had a degree. And I used to be like, I ain't got a degree. They're like, yeah, but we're hiring people with degrees. And like, so I think it's just a status quo. It's a formality here to do that, right? And if you want to participate in this ecosystem, then you kind of have to do that. Now, going back to what Vass was saying, right? You were saying in school, like learning to speak proper. As a first-gen immigrant, I had to learn how to speak English. There's people that remember when I couldn't speak English. I can't remember that shit. I speak better English
But
than
this
them.
goes
I speak
deeper
way
than
better.
that,
what
though.
you're saying,
But what you're
yeah,
saying,
yeah.
this goes deeper than that. Like
Yeah,
it's
saying that's
like
the corporate
world. He hates
okay,
English.
you're talking about like okay, it's like a uniform thing. Okay,
think I
like
said
even
because I look like that?
Even if we take it down
Yeah.
to things like a uniform, right? Like they're still going to try and enforce European ideals on you with it. You're wearing a uniform, but they want you to wear it in a certain way. And now they're
Yeah.
going to start now addressing your hair and other things that, do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Where they're
yeah.
going to be lenient. Bob and Jenny
You can have the
are
nose
doing their
piercing and
things
that,
with
yeah.
their hair. Now they're telling you in school that you can't have locks
Yeah,
or
that's
you can't
mad.
have
That's
cane
mad.
roll.
That's mad.
You just can't have
Because
that.
they
You can't
don't
even have.
suit
Some schools say
the
you can't
rest
have an
of
afro.
everybody else's kind of
Yeah, no, you
Yeah.
can't have
appearance,
things.
innit?
There's a lot of stuff, the haircuts and stuff you can't have. But you know what that is though? That's if you have to understand what is the school system built for. It's to build into that economy of voluntary slaves.
Yeah.
It's literally that. That's what it's for. So it's conformity. You're told be there at time.
Like I always say, it weren't until I saw what is his name? Fucking Russell Simmons.
Yeah.
It weren't until I see Russell Simmons walk into a meeting, and it was like a board meeting, and everyone was in their suit and tie and shirts and shit, and he came in wearing his, don't know, what was it, Fat Farm shit or whatever his clothes were.
That's normal though. You'll
right?
find that.
Yeah, no, but it weren't normal. It weren't normal. It
At
was
the
a
time,
point.
at the time.
It was a point
Yeah.
to say, like, rah, and he's coming and he's wearing a tracksuit and a t-shirt and a baseball cap, and he's the most powerful or the most important person in the room.
Yeah.
And obviously that's now sending out the message like, what Mrs. Brown said in history to you about if you dress like that or if you dress like this, you won't get nowhere. It's not true. What your mum said to you about if you have a tattoo, you won't be able to do nothing. Or it's not true because things are shifting. Do you know what I mean? But still within that, it's almost like you have to be like super rich or super powerful for you to command that.
Because,
But is it? Sorry, go on.
yeah, no, because you won't get nowhere. You won't. You start listening to
Yeah.
that, oh, it's not true, and you'll be the last one getting any jobs or getting a look in.
I think it just makes it hard. I think you can still get jobs. Kind of like I mentioned here, I didn't go uni, I didn't go college, nothing. But I managed to become, the highest I was a VP of operations at a company. And like they're telling me I can't employ people unless they've been to uni. And they know I haven't been to uni.
Do you want a
Yeah?
job?
Do you know what I'm saying? I ain't been to
I
uni.
want a job.
Yeah.
As in, what sort of job?
Do you want a job?
What's the job doing? Like,
Any
do I
job.
want
No, I don't want a
wanna
job.
work
I don't
for
want
you,
a
wanna
job.
job?
No, I don't want a
I
job. I don't
want
want a
for
job.
myself.
Do you want a
I don't
job?
want a job.
Nah.
I like working.
You like working?
I like
do you
working
want a
myself.
job?
I like
That's
working
the men's
myself.
question, man.
Yeah. Do you want a job? Is that something that you want in life? A
I don't
job?
think you do, man.
Well, nah,
No,
check it out.
influencer.
no.
Check it
My
out, sir.
definition
I'm
of
an
a job,
influencer.
yes,
Yeah.
it's like routine or something. I want to be doing something.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do
I
you
don't
want
wanna,
a job?
Yes, my answer is yes. In
I
life,
think I
my
know-
definition of a job, I want to be doing something. I like the routine. Even if it's at home, I work from home anyway, but
Yeah.
even if it's at home doing my own business
Okay,
or
that's
doing
different.
my...
That's
Yeah, that's
different.
different.
You
yeah.
mean, do I want to be employed by someone?
Nah,
Because like to be honest, a job is a job, isn't it? Like if you're working for yourself,
You're
I've
still-
never
you're
heard
still
no
working.
one say, "I'm going. It's my job." So you get me?
What do you mean?
Yeah.
Like if you work for yourself,
Yeah,
I've
yeah.
never heard anyone that works for themselves describe what they do as a job.
Yes.
Well, it is a job.
It depends what you do. It depends what you do.
Yeah,
And
no,
I'm-
it's work.
It is what you
It's
And I'm a
work,
person
but it's
that-
your
It's
business,
more
innit?
difficult than-
Like, I feel like a job
Yeah.
already implies being an employee.
Yeah, being a slave, a voluntary slave, bro.
but-
You've signed up to that. You've
Yeah, but
interviewed. You've done
you're-
everything possible.
You're only signing up for what you sign up to, though. Do you get what I mean?
100%.
You agreed these terms.
Yeah, so you voluntarily enslaved yourself into that particular dynamic, and then 3 months later, probation. You're like, I hate this place. I don't like these people. Susan called me this, and this person's cooking fish.
But
or eating a
slavery,
fish.
there's no choice in slavery.
No, but that's why I said voluntary slavery. So they abolished slavery and created capitalism. Look at there's no coincidence. These things happen in tandem. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but you could just be a dole dosser.
What? Sorry.
You could be a
Scrounger.
You could just
Benefit
be a
scrounger.
benefit
But to be that, you have to
scrounger.
be. You have to participate. So like, I'll give you an example. So someone I know close. They were born in this country. They left this country, lived in Spain for mad years, came back to this country, tried to establish life here. And back then, we were part of the EU, right? So you could do that. You could come here with a Spanish passport in and out, normal, yeah? Then they changed the law. This person couldn't collect benefits anymore, and their scrounging days were over, and they had to get a job because they hadn't paid enough tax. They hadn't basically given enough to this society in order to benefit from these benefits or whatever. Right, so it goes to show you that you can be a scrounger here. You can be born here. You can do all these things, bro. There's people that have come here, got a British passport, and still get deported for various reasons. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, for something
So
illegal, I
yeah,
suppose.
certain people that's bad breed or whatever they do.
So
but it doesn't.
you seem like
but
you
the point
just want
is,
it all for free.
no, of course,
and
but
you don't have to give nothing.
No, for me, I worked for 15 years, bro. I quit my career a year and a half ago to follow my business full time, and it's because I refused to be enslaved anymore. I was suffering from cognitive dissonance. I was going
But
to work.
I feel like you're because what slavery is to having a job is the big difference.
No, massively. But this is it though. So if you look at what slavery was back then, though, they were effectively, to them it was a job. Do you see what I'm saying? To them it was like, we need to do these plantations, like we need to crop these farms and do all this shit. Yeah, all right. Obviously, there's different styles of slavery and colonization. Yeah, in my part of the world, they didn't come and enslave us like that. What they would do is they would integrate with us, breed up the women, create a civilization that forced this slavery. Does that make sense? So now it seems like a job, like what we were saying. Oh, I feel happy. I'm part of an economy. You know, like Jose's got me this plantation job. Whereas other places, like, you're just doing this and that's that. Best example to see this, Dominican Republic, yeah? The other side of it is Haiti, bro. Look at the contrast there, bro. The contrast. Why is that? It's colonization. Spanish versus French. The French would just come and tell man, chop corn down, put this up, and that's it. And now it's been murder capital of the world for mad years and destitution. Dominican Republic, everyone wants to go there. Punta Cana, it's vibes. Christopher Columbus lived his whole life there.
I hear you, yeah.
Man, he bred up bare things. I was in his yard, bro. I've been to his yard.
Voluntary is optional. Slavery is not. So I feel like the voluntary slavery thing is contradictive.
All right. So watch it. So why would someone like my
some
pops?
slavery can be optional on a Kanye West thing.
Why-
I think.
Oh,
Some
no, but
slavery,
why would
you can be
why
a
would people-
voluntary.
Yeah, if you want to go to that.
Of course.
Do you know what? I think
So
if you actually go to depths of psychology, I would say that there are some forms of slavery that are definitely voluntary. It's just that the option is not one that most humans are, or a lot of humans would be looking to make. Right? There's options of, there's people that, threw themselves off the boats and shit.
this is what I mean.
Yeah,
This is what
you know
I
what I
mean.
mean? Or just fought to the death, or just got killed in the pursuit and never stopped trying and dying. And it's like,
That's
there are choices there, but no one said it's a fair choice.
Yeah, of course,
You know
because
what I'm
you're
saying?
at the mercy of others, innit?
Yeah,
And
yeah,
anything
yeah.
like that
Duress
where
and
you
all
put
that.
yourself at the mercy of others, you're not going to be in control, innit? But I feel like there's options and there's ways, because there's, you jump off the boat, or you fight to your death, or you go, hold on, let's
wait this
comply.
out.
Let's
And
comply
wait for
while.
a moment, innit?
Yeah, and then
cool.
you gotta do, is it the Maroons or whatever?
Yeah, there's loads of people.
Yeah, I
there's
mean,
loads of
so
people.
I feel like there's a path and a way to make it work for you, if you
for a little while.
or to
But
just
is
be
that
beneficial
still-
to you
is
in
that
the end.
voluntary though?
What do
You're
you
not
mean?
pushing
Yeah.
and pulling me.
I think
My
the
brain's-
voluntary part's this, though, just to define it here. What I'm saying about the macro scale of it. Here, of course, we all have options and stuff, right? If you're part of the infrastructure. But what would compel somebody to leave their family, leave their children, leave their everyone, yeah, and go by themselves halfway across the Atlantic Ocean illegally, yeah, fail probably a couple times, chill in Paris, get deported twice, innit, and then still try and get back to this country to live a very menial life, cleaning offices and shit. No one told them
What's
to do
wrong
that.
with cleaning offices
I
though,
think-
man?
There's
Some
nothing.
people
No,
are
let
okay
me
with
explain it.
cleaning
I'm going to explain
offices.
it because I'm a Colombian and that's what we mainly do when we come here. We clean offices, we clean everything, my brother. Like if you stay any office after 6 o'clock, it's either more times now you're going to see Colombians, you're going to see West Africans, or you're going to see Eastern Europeans. And I say those three because those are the three ones, the main ones that I've seen grow while I've been here.
But who are you talking about when you say what can compel? Which people are you talking
So I'm talking about, I can only speak on my people, but
Yeah.
if I want to generalize, I say developing countries. Anyone that isn't part of this capitalistic new world, yeah, we've seen it. Like what was going on in Wild Wild West, bro? Everyone was trying to get here to build train tracks and stuff. What happened here in Windrush? They got all these people here to build, build estates and stuff. Do you know what I mean? There's always a reason why immigration is beneficial to these states, right? So I remember 1996. Let's go back to then. Labour, David Blunkett, them man there, Tony Blair, yeah. Tony Blair was there in Kingsdown Close in my auntie's house, not Tony Blair, sorry. David Blunkett come to see my auntie, to take a picture of her, shaking her hand and going, yes, immigrants, yes. Bro, those immigrants, yeah, 20 years later now, when Brexit was happening, innit, yeah, are the same ones that are going, like, we need to leave. And I'm like, right, what's going on? Like, there's like an underlying thing against people like us. They're trying to stop immigrants coming in. Like, we're not immigrants anymore, we're British. Do you know what I'm saying? So they've been
Facts.
institutionalized. They are now here. These are the same people that they'll tell you, I'm going to go back home one day. And it's like, bruv, you're in your 60s. You got children that are like, they ain't even adults yet. You ain't going nowhere. Do you know what I'm saying? You're not leaving. So therefore, you have voluntarily enslaved yourself. Do you know what I mean? Without
they
realizing.
didn't know that
They didn't know.
that's what they was
They didn't.
getting
They
themselves
didn't.
into.
No, they didn't.
Because there's a lot of
watch it.
hidden
They're not.
agendas.
But that's why it's sold as capitalism. It's sold as the new world. Come here and earn some coin. I remember